So here we are going to learn the app library and last final version. Okay, we have written a lot of code using the app. Okay, but we want to reduce. Still, we want to reduce the code. We don't want to write this many lines. We want to reduce the code. So that is the reason we are going for the final approach. And same thing you can learn in the documentation also. Their official documentation also. Okay, so here you can go here and you can read this code. Okay, so already we have done with this get field properties. So this approach is also done. And finally, we are going for the last approach, which is available in the here. So let us go here. Okay, this is the code. We are going to write it. Okay. So let us understand what is this one. So for first approach, we have to install the Formik and we have to install the app. And we are writing on hook right, use Formik hook right. This time we no need write any hooks. Okay, we are going to write using everything using the components only. So what Formik have done is they have created one component called Formik component itself. Okay, so we can use this Formik component and directly write our code. Whatever the code we want to write it, we can write it our code directly here. Okay, so and we can close this Formik tag. So let us go to our code here. So here we are writing in nothing. There is no code at all. So let us print one employment form and let us build the component. So let us write a return and open bracket and a close bracket. Okay, let us write one div and close this div. Okay, I'll write the employment form later. I'll close the div here. So this is what we have it. And if you go to our example, we are going to get only employment form. Okay, now again we want to build the name, bank account and a PAN number with 3 fields, but using the this final approach. So first thing is you use this component. Instead of writing our hook, we are going to use a Formik component this time. Okay, so whenever you are going to use any component, first we need to import that component, right? So let us use the Formik. So first import this Formik from the Formik library. Okay, and let us write like this. Okay, so first we have written like a Formik, that is okay. Okay, and here in this Formik, first you decide what is the values you are going to, what are the fields we are going to have it. So what is the fields we are going to have it? That is nothing but a initial values. Okay, you are going to write initial values something like this. Initial values, this is one object, it will take it. Okay, so inside this we have to create a one object. This is nothing but a object. So what are the fields we want to have it? A name, bank number and a PAN. Let us create the 3 properties: name, bank account, bank number, and the last one is PAN. 3 fields. So this is nothing. First we are creating a 3 fields. This is nothing to give the initialization values. That is okay. And second step is you need to write the validations. Correct, right? So that is also we are going to do with the validation schema. Either you can go for validate function or you can go for a validation schema. Which is easy? Validation schema is easy. That is the reason let us go for the validation schema. Okay. So inside the validation schema, you are going to create a one object. Okay, something. Here I'm going to write a validation schema and I'm writing app dot object. So this app dot object is taking one object here. See, first I'm writing validate schema and inside the square brackets I'm writing app dot object. Inside this app dot object, I need to give one object here. Okay, so what is my property name? Name, and it is a required or not a required property. And bank number, this is also required property. And third PAN number. So we'll write a, this is also same as like a previous video. So we are going to write like this. And third one is whenever they are clicking on submit. So what is the value? Which function you want to call it? You are going to do like this. Let me call like this. Okay. So here I am going to write like a, the next variable is like a on submit. So whenever they are clicking on submit, okay, what is the code you want to write it? So this code will take one ES6 function. Okay. So this is nothing but a values. Okay. And next thing is, and you can write a ES6 function, open bracket and a close bracket. Okay. So here you can print the value. How can you print the value? Alert. You can say JSON.stringify. So that's all. So here we are writing, earlier we are using the hook, we are writing like this. How we are writing? We are writing like this. Let me go to here. Here I am writing like a useFormik. Inside the useFormik, we are writing all the values. Now this time what we are trying to do, instead of writing hook, we are writing a component Formik. But again we are providing the same values only, right? So this is the second step. Now with this one, we are done with the Formik component. Now we need to ready with our component. We are writing our Formik, right? Now we need to write our form. Okay. So here we need to write our form tag, right? Don't write your form tag directly. Okay. Instead of writing your form tag, so what we are going to do, we are going to use the one library components from the here. So what is the tag name here? Form. And this is in the capital or small? Capital. Okay. This form is, if you see the import, this form is available imported from which library? Formik library. This is not regular our form tag. This is the tag component from the Formik, not from our HTML. Okay. Please understand. So that is the reason I am going to write like a form tag. Let's go and use it form tag. Okay. First import this form tag. From where you want to import it? Formik. So now I have imported form tag. Okay. That is done. Inside the form tag, and what is the code you want to write it? I want to write one div and label, and you will write a name. Close it. Okay. And we are going to write, normally we are going to write like this, right? Okay. So here you no need to write all this code. We are going to, we can simplify it. So here I am writing let, right? Let us save it and reload the output. How the output is coming? So see, name is coming and this is the field also coming. Okay, that's fine. But let us style this form little bit better. So this div is there, right? Let us style it class name. I'll say w-50 m-auto border, and let us have p-2 for padding. So something. Okay. Now fine. But we are writing this regular normal code or not? If you see here, this is a regular code or not? This is a normal input tag. This is a normal label, right? You no need to write this code. Okay. Simply let us go to the library and see what is the line they are writing it. One tag called label. This is a normal label. Okay. And there is a one field. Okay. This is a field, a component which is available from the Formik component. It is mainly taking only two properties. What is your field name? And what is the type? It is a text or a password, or we have types like radio box, something like this, and you tell those name. Okay. And if you want to show the error messages, you no need to write a handle dot Formik touch, nothing. Simply write this component error message. That's all. Okay. If there is any error message, automatically we are going to show it. I'm going to copy these three properties and let us try to write it here. Whatever the code I have written, I removed everything and I simply am writing like this. Okay. And format the document. So let us import these two components. From which library we need to import Formik, and import this library also from the, so go to there and control space, automatically this import will come. Okay. Now done. So what is my property name? I have given name. Let's go in the bottom. Let's, you will write a name property. Here also you will write a name property. Here also you will write a name property. So first property is done. Now let's go for the second one. Second, what is the second property we want to write it? What is the second property we want to write it? Bank number. Let's write the bank number. Okay. So what is the property number you want to write it? Bank number. Okay. And same thing in the name also. Same thing in the name also. Let us try to do it. Let us see whether we have done three fields or not. Yes. Name, bank number is there. That is okay. We'll add the style, all these things. Okay. Later. Okay. And let's go for the third property. What is the third property? We have it PAN number. Let's copy this one. Okay. And add it in the bottom. Now what is the property name? PAN number. Okay. And simply write like a PAN. Okay. Here also PAN. Here also PAN. Okay. File, save all. That's all. Okay. So now we have done all these three things. Let us reload our page again. By default, we are having something like this. Let us have two buttons also. Something. If you want a button also, you can write a normal button. No problem. Okay. Let us go and write a normal button. One more div. Okay. And we'll write a button. This type is equal to submit. And we'll write like a save. And we'll close the button. And if you want to cancel also, you can write one more button. Cancel. Okay. So here we'll remove this button here. Okay. Okay. So we have a two buttons. Let us have a button and cancel, and we can write a primary, secondary. Okay. And ms-2 for spacing purpose. So we'll get some space. Okay. Now, so see here, how many lines of code I have written here, ma? First, I am writing three properties. Okay. This label is nothing but what is the label you want to show it. Okay. And we are writing one property HTML for. Okay. That means we should not write a for because we are using a for loop is there, right? We don't want to use that for loop. We want to use the HTML for. That means, and here, whatever the name we are writing, please give that name here. Suppose you are writing A here, you give a here. Okay, that is what you want to give it. Okay, and whatever your property name, that property name we should give in the name. And if whatever the name you are giving, that name you should give in the HTML for. That is okay. And this field is nothing but what type you want to give it. Suppose I want to write my bootstrap class. Class name is equal to what is the class you want to write it? Form fun control. So then you are going to get the normal. This is a bootstrap. This is a Formik component only. Still we can assign all bootstrap properties, style, width, all things we can apply it. So let us apply the same for other two also. Okay, and let us apply for here also. Same. See, so now I'll click here and I click outside. Bank number is required. Suppose we are showing this error message, but error message we want to show in how we want to display it. We want to display in the uh, red messages. Okay, so let us take one simple span. Let us take one span element, or you can take any small tag. Okay, uh, okay, whatever the error message you are having it, right, simply cut it here and add it. Okay, and you can add the any class name is equal to text hyphen danger. Let us try to style it here. See, automatically name is coming. I'll reload the page again. By default, no errors. Okay, I will click here and come outside. Error name is required. Suppose I will click here and come out. Bank name is required. Suppose now you can add the same thing for second property also, right? Whatever the message is there, simply write inside the span. You can take a span, you can take the small element, any element, no problem. And write a text hyphen danger. Automatically it will show in the red color. And finally, I will enter all the valid messages. I'll type ABCD, I'll type bank number, I'll type PAN number. Now I click OK. So whenever this alert is coming, that means your data is perfectly fine. Okay, like this. Now, if you go to the final approach, see again the code here. What is the code we have written? Let's go to the notes and we verify it. Okay, so first step, we have written this a Formik component, not the hook. We are using a component. Inside the component, we are giving a initial values and we are giving the schema and we are giving the on submit. Okay, sometimes you want to reset your data. Once I save the data, once I click the data, I want to reset my data. Once I click it, I want to clear this data. Okay. For this reason, we have another parameter called, okay. There is a second parameter called reset form. Okay. Reset form. I'm going to copy this one and we can do it. So if you go to the top here, here, how many arguments we are taking? Only one, right? Let us go and take the second argument also. I'll say value, comma, I'll say like a reset form. Reset form. Okay. So this is nothing. What is this one? Destructuring. You know that destructuring, right? So inside that object, there are so many properties are there, but we want to copy only one property. That is nothing but a destructuring. I will copy here and I am going, this is nothing but a one method. Okay. Reset form. Let us try to reset the form. I'm going to enter everything. Let's click OK. See, data is clear. Something. If you want to reset the data, what is the property? Next, simple. You are going to take another inside the values. You are going to write one destructuring. Destructuring means you are going to copy all the whatever the value you want to require. You are going to do like this. What is the value you want to do it? Reset form. This form reset form method already available inside the where Formik library. We don't need to write it. That method we are going to call it. That's all. That's all. So I'm going to, and once you are done this one, simply you call the reset form. That's all. Automatically your form is going to reset. Okay. Okay. Like this, you can reset the values also. Okay. Tomorrow, like in the next video, what we can do here, currently we are showing this form, right? Next video, we'll write our data. And whenever you are clicking save, this data we'll add it in the bottom. Okay, and again we'll write like a edit, delete. Here I will click delete. Automatically this will delete from the table. Here we'll click on edit. All this data automatically will fill up, come here. That will work. We'll do it in the next video. Okay.